What is this war between Iran, America, and Israel all about? There are 57 Islamic countries in the world, but why is it that America and Israel are after only one country, Iran, leaving all of them behind? To fully understand this war between Iran and America, we must go back all the way to World War II. We shall never surrender. In World War II, every country in the world had only two options: either support the British Empire or Hitler. Most countries in the world supported the British Empire. But at that time, the King of Iran left the British Empire and joined hands with Hitler, after which Iran and Germany became very close friends. The British Empire did not like this at all. Therefore, Britain attacked Iran from all sides and began conquering Iran very quickly. Seeing this, the King of Iran surrendered to the British Empire within a few days and began begging them to save his kingdom. The British Empire said, "Okay, but we have one condition. You must step down from the throne of Iran and send your 22-year-old son to Iran." He had to establish a new king because his son, Reza Shah Pahlavi, was a loyal puppet of the British Empire. This new king of Iran was deeply inspired by the British. He wanted the people of Iran to dress like the West, party like them, and forget all their traditions. That's why, from day one, he was trying to somehow distance Islam from the people of Iran. For this reason, he banned the wearing of hijabs in Iran, closed many madrasas and mosques, and began arresting prominent Islamic scholars, and in their place, he began promoting music parties and alcohol throughout Iran. There came a time when so much alcohol was being produced in Iran that an Islamic country like Iran began exporting alcohol to the world. This king of Iran believed that whatever he was doing was a very good thing. I mean, to be honest, we are the king of kings. He even said to King Faisal of Saudi Arabia, "Are you living in old times? You should make Saudi Arabia a liberal country, just like the West." But King Faisal of Saudi Arabia refused. He refused to do so, but the funny thing here is that today the same Saudi Arabia tells Iran to become a little liberal, but now Iran does not listen to him. Ultimately, the king of Iran tried to distance Iran from Islam to such an extent that all the big Islamic scholars of Iran started turning against their king, after which these scholars started giving speeches against the king in the mosques and madrasas of Iran, in which the name of the greatest scholar was Ayatollah Khomeini. Khomeini and his followers began inciting the people of Iran to revolt against the king. Finally, Khomeini's power grew so strong in Iran that the king of Iran arrested him and expelled him from Iran forever. After which, Imam Khomeini left Iran and started living in Iraq, where a young leader was closely noting his every move. Saddam Hussein gradually began to fear Khomeini's power, so much so that one day he told the king of Iran, "If you want, I will take Khomeini aside and shoot him." This was a very common practice for Saddam, and we have already explained it in detail. But the king of Iran said, "No, there is no need to kill him. This old man Khomeini cannot harm me." Sitting in Iraq, Imam Khomeini began recording his speeches on cassettes, which were then secretly smuggled and distributed throughout Iran. People were so inspired by Khomeini's words that they gradually started considering Imam Khomeini as their leader more than the king of Iran. But even then, removing the king of Iran was not an easy task because he had a very dangerous army and the full support of the superpower America. America was America's favorite puppet in the Muslim world. But here, when the king of Iran was at the peak of his power, he made the biggest mistake of his life. The flames of Persia, the world's biggest and most expensive party, suddenly, one day, the king of Iran announced that to revive the great Persian Empire, the world's biggest party would be held in Iran. This was a party in which all the world's leaders and big celebrities would be invited. The king of Iran wanted to revive the same Persian Empire, the old history of Iran, which was destroyed by Muslims many years ago under the caliphate of Hazrat Umar bin Khattab. For this party, a new city was built in the middle of the Iranian desert and its capital was established. For the VIP guests, the king of Iran ordered 600 limousines and served food on gold plates. After that, the king of Iran made everyone stand in front of him and sat on his golden throne as if he was the new emperor of the empire. But now, when the king of Iran was leading a life of debauchery, the poor people of Iran started thinking that we are craving for food and drinks here and our king eats food on a gold plate. That is why after this party, the people of Iran started moving very fast towards the thinking of Imam Khomeini, and Khomeini also declared in his cassettes that the king of Iran is the Yazid of today's era. Gradually, Khomeini became so powerful in Iran that the king of Iran understood that now only one power can save him from Huni, the superpower America. So, just like his father, he went to the superpowers and begged to express his deep gratitude. After which, the presidents of America, France, and other countries got together and held a very important meeting. In the end, he clearly told the king of Iran that now no one can save you from Khomeini, and on hearing this, the king of Iran left his country and fled forever. As soon as Khomeini came to know that the king of Iran had fled Iran due to fear of him, Imam Khomeini, after staying in exile for 14 years, finally left for Iran. In the history of the world, till now, so many people had not gathered for any leader as gathered to welcome Imam Khomeini. 70 lakh people gathered to welcome Imam Khomeini in Iran, which was a world record. As soon as Khomeini reached Iran, for the first time from the Iranian soil, slogans of death to America and death to Israel started. Khomeini's followers arrested all the people of the American embassy, and Khomeini, taking the name of the President of America, said, "I will not release these 50 people until America hands over the king of Iran to us." And from here, for the first time, the enmity between America and Iran started. But the king of Iran he did not return to Iran, and after his death, his son declared himself the new Shah of Iran. Now, in Iran, Khomeini established his new Islamic regime. However, as soon as Khomeini became the leader of Iran, at the same time, a new leader emerged in Iraq, right next to Iran, Saddam Hussein. The problem here was that other world leaders feared Khomeini's power, as Khomeini repeatedly incited the people of the rest of the Muslim world to rebel against their emperors in his speeches. Seeing this, Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein, at the behest of American and Arab leaders, attacked Khomeini. A fierce war ensued between Iran and Iraq for 8 years. However, despite Saddam Hussein's support from the entire world, he could not dislodge Khomeini from his throne. Finally, 8 years later, as soon as the war ended, Imam Khomeini passed away shortly thereafter. Khomeini's funeral was the largest in the history of the world, because his funeral procession was 1 crore people were present in it, which is till date the world's largest gathering for any leader in the Guinness Book of World Records. After which the ministers of Iran together chose their new leader after Khomeini, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, a student of Ayatollah Khomeini, who is till date the supreme leader of Iran. After the war with Iraq ended, the leaders of Iran understood that now America and Israel will never leave them alone as long as Iran may not have its own atomic bomb. But now the issue was that making an atomic bomb is not an easy task. It is a very difficult technology, and at that time no one was ready to give this technology to Iran. So now Iran was waiting for such a miracle that some country in the world would help it in making an atomic bomb, and the strange thing is that exactly this happened. A country very close to Iran, the world's first Islamic country, Pakistan, made its first atomic bomb. Pakistan today successfully conducted 5 neutral tests after increasing Pakistan's atomic bomb. Abdul Qadir Khan very secretly started sending centrifuge technology to Iran to make an atomic bomb. Centrifuge machine is the most important thing for making an atomic bomb, which in simple words keeps rotating just like a washing machine, but instead of clothes, uranium is put in it. If uranium is kept in this machine for some time up to 5%, then electricity is produced from it. But if uranium is kept in this machine for a long time and rotated 90% till then, it makes an atom bomb. Iran started building nuclear plants very fast using this technology of Pakistan. But as soon as Iran started doing all this, America somehow got the news of all this. Now, America still accepted Pakistan's atom bomb to some extent because Pakistan is a very loyal country of America. Because we have to feed our nation, and no matter what happens, Pakistan never goes against America because Pakistan and America are very old friends. But my friend, Iran was completely opposite to Pakistan and repeatedly threatened America by looking into its eyes. That is why as soon as America came to know about this project of Iran, the President of America came in front of the whole world, and in his speech he said that there are some countries in the world who want to make chemical and atomic bombs for themselves. One is Saddam Hussein of Iraq and the other is Khamenei of Iran. Today, the whole world knows that this is a big lie. Bush's mistake. Shortly after the speech of George Bush, America attacked Saddam Hussein and Iraq in 1918. The U.S. ended Saddam Hussein's rule by killing thousands of people. After so easily overthrowing Saddam Hussein's rule, the U.S. realized that it could attack any country in the world by falsely accusing it. Therefore, after the attacks on Afghanistan and Iraq, America's next target was Iran. America repeatedly lied that Iran possessed atomic bombs. After this, the entire world's attention was on Iran's leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. This was the best time to attack Iran. On one side of Iran, there was a huge U.S. army in Afghanistan, and on the other side of Iran, Iraq was also filled with U.S. troops. Meaning, America had surrounded Iran from all sides. Now, the entire world's attention was on Iran's leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, as to how he would protect his country Iran from the superpower America. Here, Khamenei said something that shattered all the excuses America had for attacking Iran. Khamenei, a very big leader of the Islamic world, he is a scholar and he gave a fatwa that making an atom bomb is haram for Muslims in Islam because Islam teaches us that no child, old man or woman can be killed even on the battlefield. Even cutting trees is not allowed in the war. But the atom bomb is such a thing which destroys everything without seeing anything. That is why Khamenei of Iran declared the atom bomb as haram for Muslims and also declared that Iran has no intention of making an atom bomb and should open the doors of Iran for everyone, and also declared that any agency of the world can come to Iran and see for themselves that Iran has no intention of making an atom bomb. But the UN team went to Iran and saw that all the nuclear plants of Iran are built on the same design as the ones built in Pakistan, and the whole world understood that Iran has bought this technology from Pakistan, and so much pressure started increasing on Pakistan that Abdul Qadir Khan himself came on TV and accepted this and then apologized to everyone, saying, "Much it is true," and Pakistan, to please the world, Abdul Qadir Khan was arrested and imprisoned in his own home. After Khamenei's fatwa, the US no longer had any excuse to attack Iran. However, there was one country in the world that repeatedly pressured the US to attack Iran. Pressure on Iran persisted, but the US ignored Israel's advice. However, gradually the situation began to change. A very important Iranian figure, sitting in France, wrote a strange statement that Ayatollah Khamenei's fatwa declaring the atomic bomb haram was a false fatwa and that he was hiding behind an Islamic concept called taqiyya. Taqiyya. In Islam, taqiyya means that anyone can lie to save their own lives. This man claimed that Khamenei issued this false fatwa to save the lives of the people of Iran. This man, Mahmoud Murad Khan, was no ordinary man. He was the son of Khamenei's sister, meaning he was his own nephew. Khamenei's sister and her son were among Iran's biggest enemies. During these times, America's suspicion of Iran also began to grow, due to which finally, in 2009, the US imposed very strict sanctions on Iran. Significant regime of sessions. Look at this graph. Before the US sessions, Iran's economy was growing rapidly, but as soon as the US imposed sanctions, Iran's entire economy collapsed. After these US sessions, a country rich in oil and gas like Iran became completely bankrupt. Iran cannot sell its gas to anyone in the world without America's consent. Even after a deal with its close friend Pakistan, Pakistan does not buy gas from Iran and instead imports LNG from faraway Qatar, abandoning Iran's cheap gas. It is as if someone, out of fear of some big boss, leaves the nearby shop and goes far away to buy expensive goods. There are only 3 major countries in the world that still do business with Iran: China, Russia, and India. Ultimately, due to these US sessions, Iran's situation deteriorated so much that the Iranian government agreed to a deal with the US. And finally, under US President Barack Obama, Iran launched a nuclear program. The deal was an understanding that Iran would not make an atomic bomb, in return for which America would lift all sanctions on Iran and Iran's economy would become strong again, which was a huge success for both countries. But from day one, there was a person in America who was strongly against this deal. Donald Trump was against this deal because America has a huge network of Jews in America, without whose support no one can do anything in America. That is why, shortly after winning his first election, Donald Trump decided to end the deal with Iran and once again impose strict sanctions on Iran to weaken Iran's economy, due to which Iran's economy started falling rapidly once again. But of course, Iran is also Iran, and it was not going to remain silent out of fear like the rest of the Muslim world. As soon as Trump imposed sanctions on Iran, Iran restarted its nuclear program. But on the other hand, Donald Trump also knew that he does not tolerate any mischief from anyone in the world except himself. When Iran looked America in the eye, Donald Trump suddenly one day to teach them a lesson. Iran's army chief, Qasem Soleimani, was killed in a missile attack. It was a great insult to Iran and its people that someone could so easily kill their army chief in front of the whole world. This gradually increased the anger against America in Iran. As soon as new elections were held in Iran after Soleimani's death, a new president came in the next elections of Iran, Ibrahim Raisi Bismillah Rahman Rahim Mazak, who was a very strict president of Iran and was not ready to bow down to America and Israel under any circumstances. As soon as Ibrahim Raisi became president, Iran's nuclear program started growing again. Along with this, as soon as he became president, he made it clear to everyone that Iran would no longer do any deal with America. And along with this, he started sending funding and weapons to all the groups fighting against Israel. During his tenure, Israel and Gaza also faced the threat of war. But we all know what happens to any leader when he speaks so openly against America and Israel. The President Raisi died. When the helicopter crashed on Raisi a year ago today after his departure, elections were held again in Iran in which the voice of Iran when the helicopter crashed on Iran. After Raisi's departure a year ago, re-elections were held in Iran, in which the people of Iran chose a leader completely opposite to Ibrahim Raisi, who is a very soft and gentle person, who, upon becoming the president, first announced that even today we stand firmly with the same fatwa of Ayatollah Khamenei and Iran will never make an atom bomb, so they are not developing it. He also said that Iran is ready to make a deal not only with America but with the entire world, due to which very secretly, some time ago, meetings started taking place between America and Iran for a deal again, but Israel never wanted that America and Iran should make a deal between themselves, and Israel started trying every possible way, after which Israel again started making false allegations against Iran that Iran has never given up its quest for nuclear weapons, that Iran is going to make an atom bomb within a month, it could be within a few months, which Iran has been doing for the last 25 years. Never gave up its promise for nuclear weapon. It takes only a few months to develop nuclear weapon. Nuclear weapon is produced in 7 devices. What kind of atom bomb is this which is supposed to be made in a month for the last 25 years but has not been made till date? Israel has also accused Iran that Iran repeatedly wants to kill US President Donald Trump. That is why today Israel is attacking Iran and selectively killing every person of Iran, top advisor, supreme leader who wants to deal with America. And through these attacks Israel is trying that somehow Iran gets angry and takes some wrong step due to which superpower America attacks Iran and the rule of Ayatollah Khamenei, which was to be formed many years ago, gets destroyed. Subscribe.